Wagwan people, it's your boy Mo here. Now there's an old saying that there are only 3 guarantees in life. Death, taxes, and basketball fans debating who the GOAT really is. There have been so many talented players who have dominated the NBA. Bird, Magic, Shaq, Kobe, Hakeem, Wilt, Bill Russell, the list is endless, but when you're talking about the greatest player of all time, 2 names really come to the top of the conversation. Michael Jordan and LeBron James.
LeBron James.
It feels like ESPN debate this every day, and every time I hop onto NBA Twitter, the timeline are going back and forth with their opinions. So I'm not going to get involved. I'm going to hit you guys with some cold, hard facts. I'm going to present the information to you so you can make up your own mind. Now, human psychology tells us that the player that had a bigger personal impact on your life is who you'll consider the GOAT. That's why old heads typically go with MJ and younger people tend to go with LeBron James, because obviously they've watched those players firsthand. It's difficult to compare stats because they played in different eras with different sets of rules, and accolades can't be compared because LeBron's not finished yet. Who knows if he'll win MVP this season? Who knows if he'll win another finals MVP? It's all yet to be seen. The biggest factor in the GOAT debate though is winning. Jordan has 6 titles and LeBron currently has 3, so we're going to compare LeBron's 3 titles to Michael Jordan's first 3 NBA championships. Now before we get into talking about these rings and the runs to the finals that got them there, make sure you've hit the subscribe button and the bell as well, and leave a comment down below of who you think the GOAT is, and then let us know if you've changed your mind after watching this video. So let's take a look at the impact LeBron and Michael Jordan had on their teams during their first 3 runs to the Larry O'Brien Trophy. After watching The Last Dance, I think a lot of people have finally realised how good Scottie Pippen was, and he's finally getting the credit he deserves. So there's a narrative that LeBron James has carried his teams more than Michael Jordan did. So we're going to look at their first 3 title runs and who took on the bigger load from their team and who made the bigger contribution to help you decide who you think the GOAT really is. And we're looking at 1991 versus 2012, the first title for both players. The thing that stands out for me here is the points per game. Modern NBA teams are known to be higher scoring than teams of the past, so 103.9 points per game for the Bulls is very impressive in the early 90s, with MJ putting up 31.1. LeBron obviously has the edge when it comes to rebounding, but Jordan has far more assists and he has more blocks than LeBron, which is surprising given LeBron's size, and of course he was in the passing lanes. And if we're looking at the opposition they faced, well, the 91 team had to go up against the bad boy Pistons and the LA Lakers, but we got to give credit where it's due. LeBron had to go up against the Boston Celtics, who are a tough team, but that OKC team in a final were very young. So I think Michael Jordan has the edge slightly in this one in terms of opposition. They both had help from Wade and Bosh and from Pippen and Horace Grant. So, you know, I think it's pretty even in terms of the contribution, only a 2% difference if you're weighing up the numbers. But I think Michael had to go up against a few harder opponents in that first run. Now looking at the second run, 1992 versus 2013, MJ takes a leap in scoring, putting up 34.5 points in the playoffs, which is crazy, going up against a bunch of teams who have won 50 games. LeBron, obviously, he beat those Spurs in the final, who were very tough, and you can see Dwayne Wade has scored less. He was only averaging 15.9, Bosh 12.1, so he didn't have the help of a Pippen who's putting up almost 20 points a night. So, you know, this year, the 2013, I think, was prime LeBron James taking down that Tim Duncan, Kawhi Leonard Spurs team in the final, which is quite the achievement. And we're going to look at the third title now here for both players. For LeBron, that came when he moved back to Cleveland in 2016. Michael Jordan obviously was a 3-peat in 1993. Jordan, of course, still killing it with the scoring, 35 points a game, which is outstanding. LeBron doing it across the board, 26 points, almost 10 rebounds, and over 7 assists, whilst putting up 2 steals and a block. Credit where it's due. He did have Kyrie putting up 25 points tonight though, and he had Kevin Love putting up 15, whereas MJ only really had Scottie Pippen putting up 20. The teams that they faced in the run to the finals, you know, as hard as the Knicks teams and the Cavs teams and Charles Barkley's Suns were for MJ, LeBron had to take down the Golden State Warriors, the insurmountable 3-1 lead that the Warriors had in the NBA Finals. Overall, across the board, LeBron had a bigger impact when it spread across every category in statistics, whereas Jordan focused more on scoring. He had harder opposition to go up against on his way to the finals, but that Golden State Warriors team, the second best team of all time in the finals, was really an achievement for LeBron. So there you have it, some facts and stats to help you figure out who you think is the greatest player of all time. If the tragic passing of Kobe Bryant taught me anything, is that we need to stop comparing these legends and start appreciating them while we still can. But I know sports fans, and I know the debate is going to be one that probably never ends. Who knows, in 20 years time there might be another player who adds their name into this conversation. But for now, let me know in the comments down below, who do you think is the NBA's greatest player of all time? Make sure you've hit the subscribe button and the bell as well, because we have a lot more NBA content coming to this channel. And who knows, will LeBron James win another? Will he catch up with MJ and win 6 of his own? I mean, it doesn't look like he's slowing down anytime soon. But for now, I want you guys to stay safe, stay ready, and most importantly over everything else, you know the vibes. Get buckets.